over the world, there are talented artists whose art goes undiscovered. There's no denying that there's an incredibly wide gap among the industry and underground musicians. Our goal is to showcase and present 10 artists that have chosen to dedicate their lives to music. This is lost art that's been found. Each week, you'll meet a new featured artist. This is Up On Game Presents Lost Art.
Yeah, my name is Dre Dennis. Some people like to call me Andre, some people like to call me Dre, but my artist name is Dre Dennis, and I am the musical director here at Tri-Cities High School in the Magnet program, in particularly in the theater department. All right, so Mr. Freddie Hendricks asked me to come on board with him to work with him. We was already working on another musical project, another stage production, looking to take it Broadway, and I came with him. And so when I came, these kids decided to do. He gave them a choice to be able to do a production. In particular, they asked and stated they would love to do one on mental health. And so happens to be that I'm actually a national mental health advocate for the past 7 years, and one of the founder members of Coloring Mental Health Collective. So where I actually do what I do in regards to sharing music, arts, entertainment, and sports with mental health subject matters, tying those two together. So I actually sing, songwrite, compose original music around mental health awareness and awareness subject matters. So in class, when we compose music, literally every song in this production called Timeline, I created it all in class. Some from after laughter, some after just conversations about their lives, some after just literally them shedding tears, some after all of us in the entire class shedded tears. So literally what you're hearing is what was birthed from the classroom organically, where I would start creating a song on the spot, and then we would start writing lyrics to it between myself, Mr. Hendricks, Mr. Freddie Hendricks, and the kids. Then they'll start writing songs, and even with Miss T, Taryn, who was the choreographer, she even added in, And so we all, what we call as Freddie Hendricks method, throwing it in the soup. We all threw it in the soup. Some things stuck, some things we had to take out. It didn't work. We have probably about 5, 6 or so songs that's not even in the production right now that are dope as heck, that y'all don't even know about. Maybe it'll be on the soundtrack when we come out with it. So it's pretty amazing. The efforts of these kids and how they were able to actually come out in force with their minds.
Right.
Out of their minds became this great masterpiece, and we just helped make it better and elevate it to higher heights for them, and to where all of us increased and grew together. And then also, I will say, for me, this production is about the work that I do already, right? As a mental health advocate, nationally and internationally. But also, this is a chance for me to affect change in the community. Like I already do, my work is all about social responsibility and social impact work. And so me being able to be in the high school, which I wasn't even expecting to be doing right now, this project is allowing me to do what I love to do, and to connect the music to mental health, but then work with these high school students, which I wasn't even thinking about doing just yet, even though eventually I probably would be. But this timeline is a part of my timeline, and allowing me to affect change, to impact these kids, these future superstars right now. So this is personal and my timeline as I affect their timeline. It's a mutual type of thing, man. So it's the right timing, man. So.
And so, what do you think what you've built here? What do you think? What do you think it means to the kids, man?
Well, it means legacy. It means history. We're making history right here. I guarantee you there's no other school in the country, in the world, who's doing what we're doing, and at the level that we're doing with these 13, 17, 18-year-olds, and the impact that we're making. So this is legacy. This is something where I even wanted to bring in the support because of the work I've been doing for the past 7 years. I have a lot of ties into, like I said, the community, and even those who want to support the work that I do. And so me being able to bring in the sponsors to actually, with the Unity National Bank and also Amera Group, my friend Cooper and Mel, me being able to help steward that and bring that in as a Matinee Program's community liaison, I wanted to make sure I gave something more than just the creation of this great work, but something that will allow them to leave a legacy financially, even for themselves, because they created such a great intellectual property, right? And so this intellectual property is going to allow them to now they're going to have CDs with the bank, you know what I'm saying? Which most young black kids are not able to have.
Right.
So these CDs that Unity National Bank is $10,000 that are being split amongst those who actually helped to create this great, wonderful production. So these CDs that they will have at least minimum $500, right, per student who help put their hands in sharing their story, sharing their personal stories in this production and make this what it is. It's going to help benefit them for a legacy, you know, from on and on. You know what I'm saying? And potentially their family, if they allow it to stay in there and allow their money to make money for them. I'm big on helping the youth financially be set free, not just mentally or physically, but financially, you know, be set free from anything that may try to hold them down. So we're trying to help them, you know, emotionally, trying to help them, you know, physically and financially, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's happening right now. So there's many levels to this, and it's just only the beginning. And we're gonna affect the community, the kids, you know, the students, the teens, and the whole family, you know, and the world, you know.
I love that, man.
Hello, my name is Taryn Harris. I am the choreographer of this original world premiere musical entitled Timeline. We are here at the legendary Tri-Cities High School. I am an alum of Tri-Cities High School. We have many legendary alum here from Tri-Cities, and they're all birthed from, well, pretty much groomed and taught by the wonderful Freddie Hendricks, he's been able to pour into me and these amazing, talented, beautiful students we have here. One thing I can say about timelines in general is that a timeline, of course, is a series of events that just go what we think is in just a order, or just things that's just supposed to happen one at a time, right?
Right.
But to me, I feel like a timeline is a journey. You're always gonna learn, you're always gonna grow, you're gonna go have low points and high points and memories and legacy, which is something that we speak strongly and highly of here. So,
And what role did you play helping out in Timeline again, for the people that don't know you?
yes, the choreographer here.
There you go.
Yes, and definitely going into choreography, I focus on referencing time, referencing lines and the arms and the legs and the bodies. And
Talk to me, sorry to cut you off, but talk to me about the mental health aspect of this all. Like, what does Timeline personally mean to you now that you helped create this?
yes, so the show in itself, yes. It is a declaration of not just this generation, but all generations before us that needed a voice and that needed the healing and that needed just an outlet and a way to say, hey, even though I am a student, even though I'm a child, and you may see me as a child, I feel the same things that you feel now or felt as a child, right? Sometimes we get very disconnected with who we were as children, but honestly, some people are still that same child they were then, but they just don't know it because they have so many adult responsibilities. And I talk to the kids about that all the time. Yeah, it's some real stuff.
So hello, my name is Justice Jovicia Cersei Ross, but you can call me Justice. I am in the Violet Turner Theater at Tri-Cities High School. And timeline to me is a lot of things, but really it's a voice, because I have like difficulties voicing my emotions. And when I got to put it into songs and, you know, raps and monologues, it made it a lot easier to voice my own emotions. And I play Minnie the Minute in the show. Minnie the Minute is the timekeeper's right-hand woman. You know, she's a piece of Father Time, and she just helps move the story along, you know, kind of a comedic relief. And, you know, towards the end, she finds her own resolve in the show.
Hi, my name is Raymond Flores C. III. We are in the Violet Turner Theater at Tri-Cities High School, 2575 Harris Street. And Timeline is our story. You know, as young colored teens, this is our story being told from our mouths. And I play timekeeper, the orchestrator of the show. I let the show go on, and I snap people in, and I strategically tell different stories to tell a different message.
And what does timeline mean to you, man?
And to me, it's necessarily like an outlet. It's more of letting people know that you can do what you want. Because we put on this play, we create this play, and we put it on the stage with just us and Mr. Hendricks and Mr. Horn and Dr. Dre, but all it takes is for you to believe.
Great. And so the mission is based off of mental health, right? Tell
Yes.
us a little about that.
So our goal is to not only just shine light on, not being okay, but also to let people know that it's okay to not be okay. And it's not just them.
Okay, and what grade you in, man?
I'm in 12th grade.
Hey, man, congrats, and thank you for that. I appreciate you.
Hello, my name is Ashton Graham, and I'm playing Father Time in Timeline.
Where are we, sir?
We're at Tri-Cities High School Theater.
Cool. What is Timeline?
Timeline is a story of black teens, telling about their mental health and whatever they've gone through to bring awareness to any struggles that they're going through.
Okay, and what does Timeline mean to you personally?
Timeline, to me personally, is, it's a reliever. It's a fresh of breath air, all that stuff. And it's telling the public, how I feel, because personally, I'm not the vocal person to tell about my feelings and emotions. So this is a great story for me to tell the public, how I'm feeling, or how can they help us teenagers 13 to 17 to go through about our problems.
And what grade are you in, man?
I'm a 12th grader.
All right, hey, good luck on the next show, man.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Elijah Gant, and I am an actor at Tri-Cities High School.
Great, and so what is Timeline?
Timeline to me is a way for me to speak my voice about mental health issues that I used to have before. The character that I'm playing, James Morrison, he's actually a kid going through tough times with his partner. And so he just wants to be free from that. Okay. And so when he does, he ends up getting all this new girl and stuff. But I don't want to spoil it for y'all if y'all trying to see it. So just come through.
And so personally, what does the Timeline message mean to you?
Timeline message, it really speaks to me, just like to me as a person, because all of us, we put our all into this production, like writing it and making it, because it all came from our own stories.
From scratch, right?
Yeah, just not even from scratch. It's just experiences that we've created, well, not that we created, but that we've endured and experienced.
Okay. And what grade are you in here at Tri-City High School?
Oh, I'm in 9th grade. I'm a freshman.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, man, congrats. You got a bright future ahead of you, man.
Thank you.
Seriously, nice to meet you, and thank you for that.
Nice
I appreciate
to meet you, too.
Okay?
Nice to meet
Over the years, Freddie Hendricks has helped shape some of today's most accomplished artists, including D. Woods, Young Money star SNL Chanel, Saturday Night Live star Kenan Thompson, and also National Theater star Jahi Curse. And even though I was only able to meet him for a moment, you could instantly sense the relationship and special bond between Freddie Hendricks and his kids.
My name is Freddie Hendricks. I am the director and creator of the piece. I created this particular piece from the monologues that the young students wrote. And we're at Tri-Cities High School for the Visual and Performing Arts in East Point, Georgia.
And a lot of the kids been talking about you, man.
Wow, that's great.
Right, tell me a little about Timeline in general.
Timeline is a declaration. Timeline is a revolution for young people to start. It's time for them to start speaking up about how they feel. That's really the reason I wanted to write this piece, man. It's because so many of our kids are suffering in silence. You know what I mean? And then they bring it to school, and then they're violent, or they're promiscuous, or they're just misunderstood. You know, and it's time that, you know, I really created this for adults so they can see what their kids are going through.
Okay.
You know, and so.
And what does Timeline mean to you now that it's been put together?
Timeline means everything to me. Yeah. Timeline, like I said, it's wow. It's like I've created a lot of pieces, but it's one of the most powerful pieces I've ever created.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Why is it that these kids love you so much, man?
You know, because I give them love. I understand them. I understand. It's not like I'm like the most loving person in the world.
Right.
But, well, maybe I'm close.
I see it from the moment I walked in.
You know, but what I do is I encourage them. I let them know that they're worthy. I let them know that they could be anything that they want to be, that they could do anything they want to do, and they gotta, you know, that you gotta dream, and you gotta speak things into existence. You know, that's what I tell these kids. Speak it. We spoke this particular piece when I decided that we were gonna do this, because I came in here, man, I didn't know what we were gonna do, because, you know, these are kids of color. So it's like all the plays that are out there now, they're not for them. They can't relate to that, but people are doing that anyway. You know, just because. Well, time for us to create our own stuff. You know, I tell my kids, pay yourself in this business. You know.
I appreciate it. It was a pleasure meeting you, man. That was it. Thank
Oh,
you,
that's
man.
it? I didn't get no more. You mean I didn't get any more time? I see you still with everybody 30 minutes.
Let them know what you want them to
No, I'm kidding. That was joking. But
Ladies and gentlemen, Freddie Hendricks, man. And so how'd you get into music? Is it just music?
well, no, it's really theater. You know, yeah, I taught. Wow, man, I majored in speech and theater arts in college, and then from there I became an actor, television, a lot of theater. I started a theater company in Johannesburg, South Africa, and also one in. Well, I worked in Holland a lot, I say that. And a lot of my kids that I mentored in Holland, they're now running the whole country in the arts. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy, man.
Yeah, it's like here, a lot of my kids on Broadway, man.
How long you been teaching here?
But this is my first year back since I think I directed a show here that won the best play in the state, like in 2007, but then I left here in 97. Yeah, because I wanted to do all of those things I just got through telling you about, like go to South Africa. What?
Damn. You mentioned earlier that you ain't get much sleep last night. Is that because you're working so hard?
No. Let me see, how can I put this? Sometimes I have trouble sleeping because right now I'm having some health problems.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like, yeah, I'm having with my eyes. That's one thing, because I have a disease called ptosis, and that's when your eyelids begin to shrink.
Oh, wow.
You know, that's why everybody thinks I'm high all the time. I'm not high.
Hey, man.
If I was high, you would know it.
That's
You know what I mean?
Too funny, man. Hey, man. Well,
But it's all good. Hey, man, thank you for giving me a few minutes.
Of course, Freddie, man. You